All right, and here we are inside the locker room for a Hub of the Week Wednesday. We've got all the sports we can throw at you for the next half hour. I'm Sope Martins. This is Smooth Breakfast, and of course, it is time for Tega to reign supreme, just for half an hour though, only on Smooth Breakfast. Hey, Tega, how you doing?
I'm great, thank you. I like the fact that I'm reigning supreme for half an hour of food breakfast.
And by the way, you can catch us. We are up on streaming live on youtube.com/smooth 981 FM Lagos. Make sure you leave your comments up on the live stream and we will be able to read them out for you. You can also send WhatsApp messages in to 0809 440 981 and take it to Twitter where we're at smooth 981 FM. So, Tega, stuff is happening in sports. I'm excited.
Crazy stuff is happening in sports. Look, that
I'm
world record
very
that was
excited.
broken, it has changed the track and field industry. I kid you not, everybody and anybody was talking about it. There were Twitter spaces about the world record. Um, Brands announcing, "Oh, let's see what we can do for the girls." I'm like, from you guys, that's
I'm
so
telling
sweet.
you, as in the wave of patriotism that has come just from
I'm
this
telling you,
one thing. Who
you
knew? Well,
know,
we knew, but who knew? I mean, I knew in theory, but man, in action, watching the love,
yeah,
watching just the
I
pride.
kid you not. I tell you, sports is the one unifying thing. Every time Nigeria has that one big moment in sports, people forget tribe, religion, um, politics, class, whatever it is. They just come together as one. It's just always so amazing to see. So you wonder why they don't. I mean, we don't invest in this so that we can always have these feel good moments every single time. But yeah, that's where we
Wouldn't
are
that
right
be
now.
great?
Wouldn't that be great?
Okay, so let's get into the sports now, and I'm going to do the rundown for you. So we've got the 2022 Commonwealth Games. First batch of Team Nigeria athletes depart for Birmingham, and on WAFCON 2022, Brilliance Bayana welcomed home in style, whilst England thrashed Sweden to reach the Women's Euro 2022 final, and Juventus terminate their Ramsey contract by mutual agreement. Yes. And we've also got Juventus and Barcelona drawing in their US friendly, whilst Dybala vows to give his maximum after joining Roma. And Ronaldo arrives at Man United training ground for talks on future, and Germany versus France in the Euro 2022. Clara Bull ruled out of semi-final with COVID. Boy, what news to end on. Okay, so starting things off with our Commonwealth Games, and the first batch of Team Nigeria athletes to the 2022 Commonwealth Games in Birmingham left the country on Friday. Now, a group left through the Murtala Mohammed International Airport in Lagos, while the other left through the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airports. And we heard from the minister Sunday Diary, who told the athletes, "I want to urge you to be disciplined. If you have any complaints, the ministry has outlined how they can be resolved." I love that. Let's put that in there.
So they don't want you to go to social media. They don't want you to go to
I'll be
social media
complaining
and
for the world to
complain.
see.
They don't want you to go to social media and be watching your jersey. They want you to come through the channels. That's the most important thing to them. Don't disgrace us. If you have a problem with us, just come through these channels and tell us. Oh, people are jokers. But hey, it's such a
You know?
I'm telling you, but it's such a fantastic moment. If you think the World Championships for Nigeria was great, the Commonwealth is even better. It's because the Commonwealth Games are just really literally the Commonwealth countries. And most in general, Nigeria tends to medal a lot at this event.
Mm.
So they're sending about, I think, 94 athletes. So trust me, we're going to come in with medals. The question is how many? And with all the athletes getting inspired, like after the world record by Toby Amuso, when you took the microphone to every single athlete, oh, I want to be like that. That's my dream. That's my ambition. I can do it if I'm given the opportunity. Well, here's your chance. So trust me, every Nigerian athlete that is going to Birmingham is going to give their best. So I can't wait to see the turnout of, the turnover of the medals coming in from the Nigerian athletes. It's going to be a great one for them. I'm already hopeful about medals in the long jump with with Esebrume. I'm hoping for medals in track and field. In the relays, remember the women set the new African record for the relays at the World Championships, even if they didn't medal. So you can rest assured that they could get a medal at the Commonwealth Games. It's just going to be medal after medal. So I'm just waiting in for.
We're gonna be drowning in medals, people.
We're going to be drowning in medals, and goodness, it's so sad that things are. I want these athletes to medal, but when they medal like this, it's so sad that the wrong people who have not been doing their jobs all these years will just come in and take the shine. Like the minister coming to say, "Oh, there are so many athletes in Nigeria that can break world records." Like Toby Amusan, and you're like, well, what have you done to help that? Where are the structures you've built? What are the infrastructure we have to ensure that the talent start to produce? Everybody just likes to get on a success story and ride with it, but they're not putting in the work to make sure that the success is guaranteed. So yes, the good news is that I know that Nigerians are going to medal at the Commonwealth Games. The bad news is that sometimes those successes mask all the problems that the sports industry has.
Those successes like the mediocrity that we see in existence. Love successes because it's like, well, see, mediocrity works, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Look at us. We're doing quite well on it. We've got medals.
With all our troubles, we are still excelling, really.
That's the thing, right? All right, and let's talk about the winners of the 2022 Women's Africa Cup of Nations, Bayana, because they have landed in the Rainbow Nation with a bunch of fanfare. So they touched down at the international airport on Tuesday with hundreds of their supporters on ground to welcome them, because South Africa was crowned the African champions for the first time in their history with a 2-1 win over host Morocco. My goodness.
I just want to say this, that see, it wasn't hundreds of fans, it was thousands. Like OR Tambo Airport was filled to the brim. The welcome was massive. And this is what sports can do. Bring the whole nation together. You can imagine they had like Morocco, South Africa also had, I think it was a 5 or 10-year plan of developing their women's sport. And they had put in so much investment, they had put in so much money, and all of a sudden, this money has come in and the results have started coming into. So you can imagine all the people that used to say, oh, women's football is not football, Jerry. It's exercise. People that used to disregard it. They were at the airport yesterday to celebrate and to dance.
I tell you, the way I'm seeing women's football across the nations, across the world right now, it is exciting. I'm excited.
Telling you, it is massive. And all of a sudden, sponsors are coming and saying, you know what, let's see how well we can develop the league even further. And these are really huge deals. And it takes me back to something Ian Wright said yesterday after the England women team defeated Sweden. And we'll get to that story in a bit. But what Ian Wright said after this is, look, if this success and this growth in women football doesn't convert into girls being able to play football every day, anytime, anywhere, in any football academy, in any community championship, then it will be all for nothing. So what this has done for South African women's football is send out the rallying cry, attract the attention of both the administrators, the investors, and even little girls all over South Africa saying, you know what, we can play this sport as a career, we can do it we can do it with the support and get the support that we need. It was such a massive welcome. I kid you not, I was watching the celebration, I was like, chai, Nigeria, when are we going to do this again? I wanted
to bring it back to our own women's football league, right?
Yes, because it was that's what happens. You see, the Super Falcons have won that tournament 9 times. And you would think that for some reason it would infuse and inject some attention. Not really. I'm not saying there's no attention now, but the attention has been really slow. You needed to see South Africa yesterday. Even, I don't want to call the name out because they've not.
Is the men's team here?
Even that cable TV, even that cable TV station, they did a live viewing of the arrival of the celebration of the speeches, like they dedicated time out for that.
Wow.
That TV, that cable TV, I'm not mentioning their name till they pay their money for adverts. But yeah, that's how much attention women's football are getting. So congratulations once again to Bayana and to South Africa. They are doing something right concerning women's sport, and they
And
are
our
reaping the
Super
results.
Falcons will always love you. You're amazing. You're great. Okay. Now, let's take a look at what's going on because England was on fire and a certain back heel had everybody talking. And England is going to have the chance to win a first ever major women's tournament in front of a sold out Wembley this weekend after beating Sweden 4-0 in Sheffield on Tuesday to reach the Euro 2022 final. Tega, take it away.
Exactly. There have been crowds at these women's Euros, but the minute England qualified, tickets went fiam. If you haven't bought your tickets by this morning, I can tell you now, no seats left. It's lapping. It's only lapping. but, but it was so amazing. Yeah, here's what. So I actually expected a tighter semi-final between Sweden and England. Number one, Sweden is ranked number 2 team in the world. The number 2 team in the world. They are ranked number 2 team in the world. They won the Olympic gold. They were in good form. And first half started, you saw the way they said they created chances, they're playing football, they were dominating possession. However, even when they were dominating possession and creating those 1 or 2 chances where England were a bit lucky, one of the chances came off the bar. The other one, the striker mistimed her kick, and so she skewed her shot. You could still tell that whenever England got the ball, they were a little more direct with their passes. They didn't dilly-dally on the ball. Their passes were progressive. As soon as the defenders got the ball, they moved it straight to the midfield, and before you knew it, Dana White was in play or Frank Kirby was in play. It was ridiculous how direct they were with their few minutes of passing, and it was no surprise to me that England took the lead despite Sweden having most of the possession.
Wow.
But I expected that by second half, Sweden would have come together, put their heads down, try to put their game together. Second half was even worse because Sweden, the number 2 ranked team in the world, the team in great form, the team that hasn't given away a lot of goals, even in this tournament, conceded 3 goals, and it could have been more. They were shockingly disappointing in the second half.
Wow.
The way England tore them apart. Like you wouldn't believe that Sweden were as highly ranked as they were. England played brilliantly, and I want to say this about Serena Wigman. She is the coach in the England national team. She is the Dutch coach of England national team. In fact, she's the Dutch coach that won the Euros with Netherlands at the last tournament. So she won with her home country, and then she was like, okay, let me go and collect expatriate money from England. And now she's with England as she's taking the English to the Women's Euros finals. And I bet you, I know Germany, France are playing today, and they're 2 good contenders. Germany because they are 8-time winners, and France because they have a great team. I expect Germany to defeat France today. I don't expect it to be an easy game, but I expect Germany to defeat France today. But should England meet Germany in the final, I can guarantee you it will be hard for Germany to beat England. In fact, it will be hard for any team to beat England in the finals at Wembley. So yes, it looks like Wigman is going to take back-to-back titles with 2 different teams. The English have been so impressive, so articulate, very strategic, very tactical, very technical. They just look a step or a level above everybody else. And it's great to watch. So congratulations to England. They are in the final, sold out Wembley again for a women's football final. People that, I will say it again, people that say women's football is
Tega.
It's not a tournament. Are you still saying it again, or will you join the bandwagon?
All right, we need to take our break. We'll be right back with even more sports right here inside the locker room.
To all Premier League lovers, did you know that you can have to do? Just place a bet with a minimum of 500 naira on any sport or BetKing virtual football league with a minimum of 5 selections and minimum total odds of 3.75 per coupon. And that's not all. There are other fantastic prizes to be won. Smart TVs, smartphones, and free betting credits. Winners are already emerging and more winners will be selected weekly. Promo runs from now till 31st of July 2022. Visit betking.com to start playing. That winning feeling, that's BetKing. Remember to play responsibly. Not for persons under the age of 18.
Love music. Love life.
We are smooth.
We are smooth.
We are smooth.
98.1.
Yeah.
Smooth 98.1. It just feels good.
With BetKing, the odds are better.
The win is always bigger when you play like a king. With BetKing, not only do you have incredible odds on big games, but you also have boosted odds that offer you the highest returns on your bets. Be on top of your game today and place a bet with BetKing. Visit any BetKing shop to enjoy an endless opportunity of being a king who wins big. That feeling, that's BetKing. This is Smooth Breakfast.
Okay, and we are back right here inside the locker room with even more sports for you. Let's get right into it. And we're going to be talking about Juventus and Aaron Ramsey and what is going on in there. However, I'm going to start things off with your messages. So, Tega, tons of messages have come in. We'll start off with WhatsApp 0809 440 981. You can also leave your comments up on the live chat, and I will get to them. And of course, on Twitter, where we are at Smooth981 FM. So starting off with Tayo, starting off with Oluwakemi, saying, I'm so happy Nigerian athletes are doing well internationally. Please, the minister should just stop talking. The person that hasn't done anything for these athletes. As Tayo says, South Africa can now add football to rugby and cricket in their glowing portfolio. Tosan says, I'm so glad that women are being developed in sports, especially football. Women's football has taken the flight that we needed it to. Congratulations to Bayana for winning their first WAFCON, and also congratulations to the Lionesses after beating Sweden. Beth Mead has just been amazing during this Euros. And Emeka from Amuo says, well, I agree with Tega. Nothing unites Nigerians more than sports. Michael Johnson criticized, Michael Johnson criticized Amusan's victory on Twitter, and Nigerians from all over dragged him like a rag doll. Nigerians don't mess around when they're united. To improve our sports, I think a national university for sports be set up. Oh, nice one. Go to any Nuga games. There's potential all over the place, but it's a lack of visionary thinkers that is what is killing us. Whilst Mohammed says, the minister is right. You can't go and disgrace the country in the international community when you're being sponsored to go there and represent the nation. That's why I said the basketball ban was to prevent the Tigresses from disgracing the country. Oh, who does that? You have to be a patriot like Amazon and not a terrorist.
I just want, Mohammed, I just want to let you know that the people that are disgracing the country, yes, I just want to let you know, Mohammed, the people that are disgracing the country are the people that are not doing their jobs. It's not the person that is washing his jersey. It's not the person that is complaining she's not being paid. It's the people that are not doing their job. So, Mohammed, you need to change your perspective. And this is the last time I will say it, because you keep doing this all the time.
Yeah, Mohammed. Okay, that's all I can say. All right,
sorry, Sope, before you move on, there was some correction, and he was right. The Sweden national team, they didn't win gold. They played in the final. They won silver. They lost to Canada. So on Twitter, the message on Twitter. Yeah.
Okay, thank you for that. I will look at it. Oh, okay. Mr. Lexi, we see it. Canada women's won the gold, Olympic gold, not Sweden.
Yeah. Sweden won silver. They played in the gold medal match. Yes.
Alex Lexi, thank you for that. All right, let's move it along into more news. And Aaron Ramsey is going to be leaving Juventus after they terminated the former Arsenal midfielder's contract by mutual agreement, the Serie A club said yesterday. What's going on with this, Tega?
Clearly, Aaron Ramsey is not working for Juventus. They loaned him out to Rangers towards the end of last season, and we all remember how he shockingly missed an opportunity that could have, maybe just could have, given Rangers the Europa title. Tega, no, he's not at fault. But you see,
the emphasis. Wow, these words have been depressed with the emphasis you put on them. Whoa.
All I'm saying is he didn't do much for Rangers either. So Rangers didn't keep him from the loan, and Juventus are like, we don't want you. So both parties have agreed to terminate his contract, because if he stayed at Juventus, I don't think, in fact, they don't have the money to be paying someone that they're not going to be using on their team. So I think at the end of the day, it's just the best decision for both parties. He has to look for somewhere else to play, because
I have to say, the lack of care in that tweet was something else. Let me just read it. Aaron Ramsey's contract with Juventus has been mutually terminated. All the best.
Yeah, they're done.
Like someone says regards.
Wow. In fact, they were done with him last season, which is why they sent him out on loan to Rangers. And they're like, you know what, we don't want this anymore. So yeah, I think Aaron Ramsey also recognized that he was not going to get anything from Juventus. So I think it's just best for both of them. Now he can go on a free to anywhere he wants to.
Do you think he's going to get snapped up?
Not. I don't know that there are any big teams that could take him up, but hey, football agents work miracles all the time. So
maybe. Well, hopefully they don't have your memory and your emphasis on words and situations. Okay, so we've got this next one in about Juve and Barcelona, and Ousmane Dembele and Moise Kean scored 2 goals apiece as Barcelona and Juventus fought to an entertaining 2-2 draw in their US preseason friendly in Dallas yesterday.
Yes, and the beneficiaries were the people watching on TV and the people at the stadium, because neither club, I don't know if they learned anything from there, but it was great football to watch. It was fantastic. And, the Americans are seeing European football live. You know how it is. There's a different level to it. Even if the commentary is a bit, not what we are used to. For those of us that are watching on TV, it was fantastic football. But yes, Ousmane Dembele again showing some of his magic tricks. I always say that Ousmane Dembele has 10 magic tricks a season. After that, he has nothing else, because he spends half the time. I'm sorry, he spends half the time on the treatment table. That's what it is. so he's given 2 already.
He's still okay.
I still don't understand why he's highly rated, because he. I don't. For me, I don't rate him highly, but he's highly rated by some people, and people struggle to keep him. Chelsea team struggled to keep. Wanted to get him. Barcelona struggled to keep him. And the Barcelona team struggled to keep him. And they have kept him, and he has scored 2 goals for them in the preseason friendly. But this doesn't tell much for the season, because, like I said, he's always on the treatment table. For Juventus, they're still trying to walk their way around the team. Let's see how it pans out for them in the Italian Serie A.
Okay, and we've got even more messages coming in. So I'll read this one from Olufemi, who says, who supports the maladministration of sports in the country, for goodness sake? While Oluwakemi says, Aaron Ramsey didn't do well for Rangers, and he also didn't do well at Juventus. So why should Juventus keep him on? He won't be signed by any big team. He should just go to maybe UAE, Turkey, or even China. And Omaje says...
You see that I'm nicer. You see I'm nicer.
I couldn't even say anything. I just closed my eyes and Amaji says, it gives me great joy seeing women progressing. If only this country would hear what I have to say. We need a female president, and we need female leaders. We need women to take the position of power so that Nigerians can move forward. Congratulations to all Nigerian women. Oh, Wow, very stirring and uplifting message. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Women everywhere. Have you heard from Mama Ajay? And Tayo says Juventus dodged the Ramsey bullet. He should go to Turkey. Why is Turkey the one? You know what? I'm going to leave it at that and move on. So,
Because another player that wasn't wanted went to Turkey. Mesut Ozil.
what I'm trying to say is that at this point, Turkey's like, hello, why are you always looking at us for cast-offs? And Mohammed says, oh, Tega is, oh, Mohammed is back. Should I read Mohammed's message? Or
No,
do you
please.
want to? Yeah, okay, moving on. Mohammed, this is what happens. All right, and Argentina forward Paulo Dybala said on Tuesday that he hoped to use his experience to help Roma's youthful squad in his first press conference since signing a 3-year contract. Now, Roma, who finished 6th in Serie A last season, announced last week that they had signed Dybala after his contract with Juventus expired.
Yes, so it was the way they did the grand opening. I thought they were signing Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo. Come and see the way they put him on like a high podium. The fans came out, they were singing the songs. I was just like, it's Dybala you signed though. He has not won Ballon d'Or before. Which one is all this drama about? But yeah, they welcomed him with grace and all. What I want to see is him deliver for once. He's always in the shadow of somebody. You know, at some point, I can't remember which coach said that he was trying to be Lionel Messi. He needs to try to be himself. I don't think he's really stamped his identity on football or his authority on football, and I need him to create that role for himself, and Roma gives him the opportunity, and if he doesn't take this opportunity, it's done for him, it's over. So he has a role, he has an opportunity to play in a position right now for Roma where he likes to play. So let's see how the season works out for himself and Roma. I can see the time has run out, so let me just touch on the Cristiano Ronaldo news. It's noted that he was coming to training, not to train with the Manchester United team, but to discuss his future. So this is interesting, because there have been rumors about him moving clubs and all of that, and he missed the preseason. He cited family issues for the reason he missed the preseason. He didn't tell us what family issues, but it's been stated now that he's going to come to training. However, he's coming to training to discuss his future. So he waits to see what that discussion brings out.
Okay. And that's all, folks. Let me just read these last 2 messages, and then we are done. We're done. So we got this one in from Jesse from Ojo, who says, Tega, I expected that Toby's success should have been greeted by the AFN and Sports Ministry by sampling her image across their social media handles as the face of Nigeria's sports, currently a world record holder. I think they must market this feat. If only they cared about the future of our sports. And a final one comes in from Ty, who says, after the unveiling, Dybala better score like 2022 goals for Roma. And that's all, folks. We really have to end the show, but not the conversation. Take it to Twitter, take it to Instagram. Tega is up on Twitter at Tega Supreme. And if you are not following Ladies in Sports, which has been broadcasting all the time, like promoting, showing you the future of sports, especially women's sports. I mean, it's Ladies in Sports, and all these names that we're talking about now, Ladies in Sports has been talking about them for a while now. So if you're not following at LIS International, what are you doing? Why aren't you searching them out already? Do it now. Take it, that's all.